This video should help you with using pie charts. Okay. A pie chart is called that because if you look at it, it looks very much like a pie. It's easy to compare things because whoever's got the biggest piece of pie, that's the one that more people chose. Another thing about pie charts is they always are going to add up to 100%. So if I'm looking at this one, I notice that the red chocolate is 44%. The strawberry is 14, the fudge is 13, and the vanilla I don't know because I have it covered up over here with the box. But since I know they're going to add up to 100%, what I can do is add the other three numbers. So I got 44, 14, and 13. I add them together, 8, 11, carry my 1, 5, 6, 7, 71. Okay, obviously this answer is not 71 because that's what these three are together. So I need to take the 100% minus 71, do some borrowing, and I'm going to end up with 29%. And if I look carefully, that looks like it's very close to 29% because these two together would be 27, and it looks like it's maybe just a hair bigger. Which flavor was chosen by the most people? All I have to do is look for the biggest piece of pie, which is this red, and I come over here and check out my key, and that must be chocolate. We have another one here that's our favorite pet. What percent of the people chose snake as their favorite pet? And again, the thing that I know is if I add all of these percentages up, it's going to equal 100. So I've got 28 and a 4, 42 and 9, 12, 14, 23, carry my 2, 4, 8. I'm at 83, so I'm going to subtract that from 100. Do my borrowing again. I'm going to end up with 17% of the people chose snake as their favorite. This particular one, we have favorite old school Disney character. And this time, instead of giving percentages, they don't really have anything up there. But I'm going to tell you, if Donald is 10 people, if like Donald was chosen by 10 people, not 10%, but by 10 people, you should be able to tell me how many people approximately chose all of the other ones. So I'm going to put a 10 on Donald. And my strategy is first, I look to see if there's any pieces of pie that are about the same size as Donald. Because if they're the same size, it would be a 10. And looking up this blue piece right here, Pluto looks very much the same. So I'm going to say Pluto is also 10. And then I like to look for pieces of pie that are either half the size or double the size. So when I look at this purple piece from Minnie, I guess maybe it's more of a maroon piece, it looks like about 2 minis would make a Pluto. So this is probably a 5. And then if I'm looking at Goofy, if I take the Donald and the Pluto and put together, or I take two Donalds, it looks very close to that. So I'm thinking Goofy's about 20. And now one thing I notice is Mickey is the entire side over here. That doesn't mean he's 50. It doesn't mean he would be 50% though. But since he's half, whatever's on this half, the left half, has to add up to what he has. So I've got a 20, 2 10s, and a 5. If I add them up, I'm at 45. And I know this seems kind of confusing to people that they're going, hey, Mickey's supposed to be 50%. Well, Mickey is 50% of the people. The thing is, they didn't ask 100 people. They only asked 90 in this case. Really fast, did more people choose Goofy or Pluto? So all I do is go find those two pieces of pie. Obviously, Goofy's has a bigger piece of the pie, so more people chose him. We got Dad's expenses for May. He spends a lot of money on a lot of stuff, it looks like. So we have if his electric is $50. So that's this dark blue one. If that is 50, then we're looking for water, clothes, and entertainment. Alright. So the ones I need to do, water, that's that little sliver right beside it. Then we got clothes, which is right here, and entertainment, which is the one on this side. All right. Remember my strategy was first thing was to look for ones that are about the same size. I do not see any that are about the same size. So I start looking about double and halves. Is entertainment half of the electric one? I don't know. It looks like it might be a little more than half. Um, and since I think it's a little more than half, I'm probably going to go about 30 for entertainment. Now, what I do notice right now is if I put water and clothes together, those two pieces right there, they look very similar to entertainment. So together, I think they're going to be about 20. So then I just have to split them somehow. Does it look like clothes is about twice as big as water? It looks to me like clothes is maybe a little more than twice as big as water. I know together they have to add up to 30. If clothes was twice as big, it would be 20 and 10. But I think clothes is just a little bit bigger, so I'm going to go with a 22. And then since they have to add to 30, 30 minus 22 leaves me 8 for water. I don't know if those are exact, but I think that's as close as I could probably get. Your estimates may be off by 1 or 2 compared to what I did. Not that big a deal. Which two things does Dad spend the most money on? So all I'm doing is looking for the two biggest pieces of pie. That piece and that piece. So it must be rent and the car. And last one we got penguin was picked by 20 people. We want to know how many people picked bear, elephant, and monkey. So if penguin is 20. Okay, I'm looking. Do I have any that are the same size as penguin? Not exactly. It does look like if I put elephant and bear together, they would probably do penguin almost right. The penguin looks like if I could take this and rotate it up, it looks like it's almost exactly a fourth. What do you guys think? If it was the piece was sitting like that, I think that would be almost perfect. So elephant and bear need to add up to 20. Elephant is more than bear. If they were exactly equal, these would both be 10. So if elephant is more than bear, I'm thinking 12 or 13. I think I'm going to go 12, and that would make bear 8, because then they would add up to 20. And now that I have all three of these on this side, this whole side on the right must add up to what the monkey is, so 8 plus 20 plus 12. And when I add them up, I'm going to get 40. And again, remember, it's 40 people, not 40%. The monkey is definitely at 50%, but there was 40 people. We don't always get to ask exactly 100 people when you're interviewing people for something. So the main thing about the pie chart is whatever piece of pie is bigger, that's the one that got the most votes.